everybody, happy Homebrew Wednesday. Wally. Alright, well, and speaking of Wally, he just recently did a blueberry beer. This is my blueberry beer. So this is a Belgian Wit, and I didn't add any orange, coriander, anything like that to this one. This one is Saz for the early edition, and then late edition I put in an ounce of lemon drop. And then I'm like, heck, why not throw some blueberries on it? So this here is Smurf Juice. Cheers, everybody. So the feedback I've gotten on this so far is that you get the aroma, kind of smells like blueberry pie, and then you taste it and you get blueberry tart. I actually really kind of like the way the flavors came in on this. You know, it's first time trying with the blueberries and the wit, so it's definitely something I think we can work on, but not bad. Very drinkable. Hopefully a couple of you guys might get to try this, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, I'm gonna make it quick. I'm gonna have another video posted later. I'll talk about that in a second. But before I get myself off track, big shout out to Mike Dean from the Dean's List. Right there. Sent me some beer mail this past week. I can't wait to taste them. Letting them kind of unshaken up from the travels. And there's a little something else in there that Mike and I are going to be working on, and Everty and Dean's List collaboration beer. So we're taking a little ingredient from his area and a little ingredient from my area and blending it into a collaboration beer. I'm pretty excited about that. We just got to get the brew day scheduled. So we're going to brew it simultaneously on the same day, whenever that is, and probably doing a Google Hangout or something so that we can kind of discuss and collaborate during the brew day. I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be fun. The recipe's looking fun. It's kind of something that I've had an interest in trying to do for a while now, and pretty excited to be trying this with Mike. But cheers, Mike. I'll put his link to his channel down below. If you don't know the Dean's List, please click and subscribe his channel. Next shout out goes to the one, the only, F it, let's brew it, Dan Disseletts. He sent me, well, not only this bad boy, it's his chocolate raspberry goes, but yeah, so I'm really excited to dive into that. I was talking to Dan about a beer that I'm really hoping to try soon, try making for the summer, and it kind of revolves around the goes style with the salt added, and I have something concocting up in here that I want to make. But not only did Dan send me that, he sent me some kefir grains, which was used to make my first batch of cheese. And who from Wisconsin does not like cheese, right? Come on! I've been talking with Dan, and really he psyched me up. And I finally okay, let's do this. So Dan kind of helped me and baby fed me until I actually brewed a batch of cheese, which was this past weekend as well. So it's I made feta, and it's now sitting in the brine solution for like 2 weeks. So a couple weeks down the road, maybe I'll try one on a Homebrew Wednesday. But so Dan, big shout out to you. Thank you for not only the beer, but for all the advice, the nonstop bugging you about this cheese thing. I'm pretty dense, and sometimes it just takes me a while. Once I do it, once I see it, I catch on, but my mind really needs to know all the details when I'm doing something new. thanks for putting up with me, dude. Cheers. If you don't know his channel, F It, Let's Brew It, the inventor of F It Fridays, yeah. Please subscribe, like his channel too. What else is going on? I did rack over the kettle sour on some peaches and mangoes. Gonna check that out, see how that's doing. I don't know if I'm gonna leave it on there a week, 2 weeks, whatever, but we'll just kind of see where it's at, and so that's coming along. I did brew this past weekend. It was a double brew day, and I dusted off the camera and kind of shot from beginning to end. It's a long video. I don't know. It's probably like 20 minutes or something, all edited up. But that'll be posting later on this week. And just kind of wanted to post the first full video brew day of brewing on this system. Still working out some bugs. I did have some issues, but I'll leave that for that video. So be watching for that. Another thing, some of you guys have been in some of my conversations about this, but I'm really excited. So I've been kind of listening to the Sour Hour a lot and getting into more of the sour information. And I was sitting at work, and all of a sudden I had this brilliant idea while listening to the Sour Hour, and it was on spontaneous fermentation. And I'm thinking, hey, spring's coming soon. It might get above 0. Maybe we could try it. I don't know. And, something else to add to the belt, I guess. But so I was thinking, and I did reach out to Dan ABA and talk to Andrew a little bit from Not on Sundays Brewing and some of the other guys, and had this idea to make this. I gotta make a stand for it yet, but decided to make a cool ship. I talked to Dan. I know he said that I could just do it in my kettle, but I like to do things over the top, I guess, but and not always fully necessary. So I just bought the stainless chafing pan off of Amazon, and then I had some old fittings from previous builds, and obviously I gotta tighten things up, and I gotta put a cam lock fitting on the end, but holds 5.5 gallons, so I should be able to do a 5-gallon batch. The idea here, probably coming up in March, is I will brew the base recipe for that. I'll mash it downstairs, and then I will carry the liquid up in buckets and break out my propane burner. I'm going to then boil it outside. When I'm done, transfer it into this bad boy, let it sit in there for 12 hours, transfer it into a carboy, and see what happens. So, but I'm basically waiting for like, I guess like 30 to 40 degree weather. It's been kind of up and down. It's not really stable. It's been pretty windy lately, so I'm thinking like March should be a decent time frame for Wisconsin weather. But so I got a lot of cool things going on in this head that I'd like to try out this year. This is basically, I've decided this year is the year that I'm just gonna try new things and just do what I want to do. I'm not going to worry about competition so much. I'm not, I guess I should hold on there, but I'm not going to worry about trying to brew to style for all these competitions and stuff. I'm going to brew the beers I want to brew and do the things that I want to try doing with beer. And it's more fun that way. And I think that's kind of where I got hung up the last couple of years. I was trying to brew for like 6 competitions a year to style, and I wasn't really necessarily liking all the styles. So then, and that takes up brew days, and then I don't get to brew the stuff that I want. So this year I am taking a stance and saying, you know what, I'm just going to brew what I want to brew. End of story. So that's what's going on this year. Take it or leave it. But after getting held hostage by Jake from Super Brewers, I decided to sign up for the Iron Brewer Just kidding, Jake. No, so we were at the Fond du Lac Brew Fest last 2 weekends ago. Had a great time, and we were talking that night a little bit about the Iron Brewer, and I was with my motto that I'm just going to focus on brewing what I want to brew this year for the sake of brewing it. I decided, you know what, this is kind of fun because it's going to be adding a challenge. It's going to be adding something that I guess will end up challenging me as a brewer to maybe brew unconventional or doing something unconventional or something that I'm not usually doing. So in a way, it's experimenting and trying new stuff. So I'm okay with that. But I'm also looking forward to it. There's a couple guys that that I've chatted with and stuff, and really just looking forward to getting into that. So I will be getting into that competition. I will end up getting into the SJ competition. I am going to send a couple beers off to the NHC. But other than that, I'm done rambling. Now I blew it. I went over my mark. Damn it. I'm going to have to go sit in the cellar and have a beer. All right, guys, cheers. Thanks for watching again. Thanks for putting up with my rambling this week. Try to fit as much in as I can. And that's why I didn't add the brew day to it. That's a different 20-minute video. All right, finally, I'm out. Cut it.